In this video, we're going to learn how to make a revolution slider to put on any page like the one you see here on our current members page. This is different from the Viv slider, which is that you can only make one slider of the Viv slider, whereas with the revolution slider, you can make numerous slideshows. So you'll go to the dashboard and you'll scroll down to revolution slider, select that, then you'll get the menu for your revolution slider. We're just going to create a new slider and we're going to call that the test slider. And then we're going to import pictures to it. So we'll call it test, and then test slider. And then this is the short code that's going to be used for the test slider once we are done and ready to post it on a page. So there you go. That's going to be a gallery. We're going to have a fixed height and custom, or rather a fixed height. So once you do that, it'll fix it to this height. You can change this height if you want. But I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. A number of general settings you'll need to think about. For example, the delay. This is like how many milliseconds between slides. If you want it on shuffle mode or lazy load or any of those things, you can go through those on your own. The little I next to them will explain what each of them is for. Same thing here with loop in progress. Obviously, we don't want it to turn. We don't want the slider to stop, so we just keep that turned off, and it'll continually loop. Appearance. This is the shadow type. If you take a look at this one here, you'll see we've got a bit of a shadow under it. That's probably shadow 3. I'm going to take away, I'm going to make it kind of small, make it a shadow 1. Again, there are a number of different options here for you to look at. Navigation is the last one. When we look at navigation, it's do you want the pictures to stop on hover, yes or no. The navigation style, you'll see it's round. If you take a look, this is what they're referring to. So you can change that from round to something else if you want. Old square, old round, whatever, custom, whatever you'd like. And then there's bullet types, if there's a bullet, that kind of thing. So there are a number of pieces under navigation as well. The rest aren't that terribly useful to you. Just go through them on your own time and see if you can understand them or figure out how to use them. I've just never had a need for them. So here we are. We've got our name of our slider. It's fixed. We've got our navigation, everything all set. We're just going to go ahead and hit Create Slider. And once that's done, we'll be ready to start creating our slides. So once that's done, now we can go ahead and hit Edit Slides when we're back in the menu. And then Edit Slides will come up, and when it does, then we'll be ready to start adding our new slide pictures to it. And the way you do that is just by clicking here on New Slide. So it'll take you right away to your media gallery, and we're going to select this as our new slide. We're going to insert it. When we do that, we'll get to choose a number of different options along with it. And so if you click into Edit Slide here to take a look at your options, the one I think is most important is down here, your transitions. These are what happens when it changes from one picture to the next. This one has random, flat, and premium, which means basically it's just a mix of different transitions. I personally don't like transitions like that, but you might. I prefer to just slide from one side to the next. So you can do that in boxes, slots, things like that. I'm going to just go ahead and slide to the right so that that says, oopsies, we don't want it. We don't want both though. Make sure you uncheck the one and you check the other one when you want it. And then that'll slide it to the right. Anything else that you need to add here, you can add. That kind of thing, but pretty much that's all you really need to do. You do that and you click Update Slide, and then you're ready to go ahead and add your next slide. So once we've gotten all the slides in there, we can go back here. We're going to take our test slider here. That's the short code. We're going to go ahead and copy that. Then we're going to go back to our pages, and we're going to select the page that we want to add that to. So once we do that, then we can add it and we can test it. Okay, so now we'll just go back to our pages. We're going to select the page we want to put that on. Right now I'm just going to put it on a test page. We've copied our code for the revolution slider. You can do any number of things here. You can choose to use front-end editor, but since all we're pasting is the revolution slider, I think it's okay if we just paste it there and hit update, and then we can go into the page and see if it works. So we just click on View Page in order to view that page and see if that slider has embedded itself and it works correctly. That should take a couple seconds, and then we'll see our slider on the page, and there it is. There's our test slider. Look at we put 4 pictures in there. It looks like they're all working well. A couple of things though, you'll note that not all of them are as incredibly clear. Just for purposes of this video, I just threw some pictures in there and that kind of thing, but certainly you'd want to make sure that the pictures you're using are of a good quality, a high quality, and don't get grainy as you stretch them out or make adjustments to them. So you'll have to do some photo editing in order to make them fit into this size slider. But that'll be something that you'll have to do using either Firefox or using adding the Chrome extension Pixlr. But basically, this is how you do a rev slider.